is my 2022 Nissan Pathfinder SL 4-wheel drive. Right off the front, it is really nice, has a great profile. Stacked lights. If you notice in a new Rogue, there is one light, but in the Pathfinder, it is stacked, so you have two of them. And then your daytime running lights. I do have the 4-camera situation again. The new camera is in the front. And then I also have sensors around the car as well. Another sensor. This car literally looks like my Rogue as far as color and the rims. And then here is the back. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is BreHenderson and I'm so excited for you guys to be here to tune in. I'm about to lose the camera. I'm so excited for you guys to tune in and check out my newest car tour. So I've did several takes of this. Hopefully this is the final one. But I learned so much about my car that I think this is going to be a very decent and pretty good car tour. So my last car tour, I did my 2016 Rogue SL mommy car tour back in 2016, and I showed it to you guys in a very realistic way. I want my vehicles to be set up just as it would be any other day. I don't want you guys to be like, oh my god, her life is so perfect, the car is so perfect, this is perfect. No, I don't do that. As you can see, I have my business shirt on, my hair is up, sunshades, because it's extremely bright out here. Not to be rude, but it's extremely bright out here. And yeah, I'm just ready to get this car tour done for you guys, because a lot of you guys have been asking. And I know on Instagram I was like, I'm gonna have it posted in a week, and we're now, I think, when I want to say 3 weeks later. Yeah, I'm finally getting into it. So anywho, let me quickly talk about some of the things that the reason why I got this particular car and what all I wanted in this car that I got, plus a lot more, I guess you can say. So I'm coming from a 2016 Rogue. This is a 2022 Pathfinder SL 4-wheel drive. It has the moonroof, as you can see. It's almost completely all the way to the back, but it stops in the second row. This is a 3-row car. I have captain seats. That was huge. In the last couple of Pathfinders, or I want to say Pathfinders in general, they never offered captain seats, or what some people call bucket seats. That was huge for me. I have 3 kids now. The last time you guys see me, I actually had 1 kid and 1 on the way. Now I have 3 kids. But this is so much better and so much more spacious for our family of 5. It has tons and tons of room. It has the 4 cameras that I was really big on with my Rogue. I made sure that this particular car had that as well. In addition to that, we have sensors. We didn't have sensors on the last car, but I actually like the sensor feature because it's just that additional, more extra safety feature that helps me drive and park and leave the house without any issues. Also, the camera is kind of set up a little bit different than my last car, because whenever I am pulling out or pulling to a parking spot, the camera on the dashboard actually just appears. It shows, you know, what I'm driving by, the lines, or whatever the case may be, and I really like that feature. So bravo to Nissan. I'm about to say Rogue, but bravo to Nissan for doing that. I'm team Nissan. This is my 3rd Nissan, and trust me, they don't disappoint when it comes to their cars. Okay, so I have heated steering wheel. I didn't have that before. Leather seats on all of the seats. The passenger side is power, as well as the driver's side. Before, I only had the driver's side, but I like the fact that the passenger side seat is power. The only thing I don't like is that you cannot move it up and down like you can the driver's side. You only can go back and forth. What else? We have lots and lots of storage in here. Even the center portion, if you do get the Pathfinder, you're going to get the center console. We pulled it out so that our oldest is able to easily walk through the middle of the car and back without us having to move the side seats, the side bucket seats. And it's been just amazing, perfect. But if you don't want to do that, you can keep the center console and have additional cup holders and like storage. We don't use it, it's in the house. There's tons. I want to say this car has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cup holders. I don't know how many people they think can fit in this car, but that's enough. Without the center console, that's plenty. Just absolutely plenty. But anyway, quickly, we do have Nissan Connect. Another cool feature that was not something that was on my Nissan Rogue key, which is something I don't think I had. The keys are very interesting on here, but the key is something very interesting. Each key, we have 2 keys, is set up for each user. I think you can put multiple users, maybe like 4 people, but we obviously only have 2 keys. And it's programmed, once you like get the car, you put your name in, and it's literally set up for this particular user. So it has my name connected to this key. It recognizes this key. When I walk up to the car, it automatically unlocks the driver's side door, or whichever door I go to. The captain seats are also heated. There is dual climate control, but the back side also has its own separate climate control, so they can put on the heat if we want to have on the AC, or vice versa, or whatever the case may be. So I like all of that. I'm also able to control their climate as well, in addition to turning it on, off, or locking it so that they can't play with it. They're 6.5, almost 4, and a 2-year-old. They don't need to be touching nothing back there because the car was way too expensive for them to be fiddling with. Just know it was pricey. Will I regret it in the future? Definitely won't. I think I can see myself driving this car for the next 10 years, possibly longer, depending on how well we keep it up. So let's go ahead and just actually take a look at the front portion of this vehicle. I want you guys to be able to see. Let me back it up. So I pretty much have put almost 1,700 miles on this vehicle. It's currently in park, but it's been a month. But as you can see, we are really utilizing this car. It's literally in mommy mode. When I say mommy mode, it's set up just how we would normally drive it on a regular day. The car seats, I did vacuum it out because, you know, I kind of wanted to look somewhat presentable. The sunroof, moonroof, whatever you want to call it. There are buttons up here to control that. This is going to open up just the front portion of it, and then you can push it up to lift that portion up. I really don't even utilize this at all. We keep it open because I do like the whole feature of it being open and the kids can see. Sometimes it gets too hot and then I have to close it, but for the most part, it's actually a really nice feature. Like if you don't want it open, I mean, well, you know, where you're able to view the beautiful sky, you can close it all the way up. But like I said, and for the sake of this video, we're gonna keep it open so that we have good lighting. This is a bigger vehicle, so the lighting can get kind of poor when viewing. So because I have an SL, I did get leather seats. Unfortunately, unlike the last Nissan Rogue or Nissan car that was a SL model, this has cloth seats. I'm not really a fan of this. I don't like this feature. I just prefer it to be completely leather, but unfortunately all the SLs come like that. In order for me to get a completely leathered seat, fully leathered, I would have to go up to the Platinum, which is the last, or not the last, but the highest tier. Well, it is last, but it's the highest tier when it comes to the Nissan cars. The Platinum comes with every single thing you can think of, and I can't think of everything because I don't know what all of that entails, but you get the picture of it. But for the most part, the interior is really, really nice. As you can see, the door, really nice. I love this little detail here. It's just really simple things that just let the car pop that I really like. There's also this cool little feature right here. I'm gonna take one of my lottery tickets and I'm gonna stick it right here so you guys can see how big that is. It's one of those huge scratch off tickets. It fits pretty well in there, so that's like a great area where you can put some mail in. I'm not going to be that person. Oops, let me move all this. Like I said, we live in, not live, but we are in this car on a daily basis, so it's pretty much as realistic as it's going to get when it comes to a vehicle. This needs to go in the trash. Excuse my mess. Okay, So this cool little area right here, that's a little dirty. Hopefully you guys can see it. If not, I will include a clip for you guys to see it. This here is a charging station. You can put your phone right here and it charges it. Unfortunately, I have a iPhone 11 Pro Max or something like that, whatever. It does not charge it well. It's not a supercharge. So what I did was I took my charger from my last car, thank God I kept it, and then I plugged it into the little outlet that is made for the new iPhone chargers. Now if you don't have that particular charger, there's another one, another little port on the side where you can plug that up in. And then there's also a lighter area as well. What is that? Oh, and this little button just indicates that the phone is being charged. So let's move on into this particular area right here, because I think it's really, really nice. This here is, this gives me very, very luxury. When I say luxury, I mean like almost like Mercedes in a way. My mom and my dad have owned several luxury vehicles over the year, and when I got in this car, I was shocked by how much stuff they had in here that those particular cars had. So granted, this is a little dusty, let's just ignore it. But in this particular car, I noticed that my little stick shift, well, whatever, because this is an automatic car, but you can drive in a manual. This is like a mouse. Let me show you how pretty cool this is. If I want to put it in drive, or if I want to put it in reverse, you just touch the button and kind of slightly go up. That's supposed to put in neutral, but I struggle with that. There we go. It's in neutral. Reverse. And then when you want to park it, you just push the button, it puts it back in park. Another feature, if you probably heard when I had initially put it into drive, you heard the engine kind of cut on. There is a auto shut off feature. Basically what happens is if you go to a stoplight, the engine will shut off just to conserve energy and just save you on gas and stuff like that. Normally I turn that off because I don't really care. Right now I really don't, and it's kind of annoying when you hear it cut on. It kind of jerks you sometimes, depending on how fast you accelerate in your car. So I just keep that off. This is a cool feature here though. This here is auto hold park. So this right here, sorry, not this. This right here is basically a parking, kind of like, not really a parking feature, but it kind of is. So basically how this works is, let's say for instance you're driving and you're at a stoplight, or you're waiting in your kids line to pick them up from school, or let's say you're even in the drive-through window and you are putting your foot on the brake. So basically when your foot is on the brake, you just push this button down. The light will come on indicating that it's on. There's also a feature that comes up on this little dashboard that will let you know it's on as well. Basically, it holds the spot for you. You can take your foot off the brake and your car will not go anywhere. It'll just stay right in the position it needs to be in. And then to obviously go, you just put your foot on the gas to go. It's a cool feature. Granted, I had to get used to it because I was hitting the gas a little bit too hard and then the car would just take off. So once you get used to the car, trust me, it gets a lot better. So that's a pretty cool feature, but I'm gonna cut it off for now. This here is the emergency park. I'm not really a fan of this. I kind of want an actual lever down there that I can push, you know, but unfortunately I don't have that ability to do that, which, you know, it is what it is. But to put it in an emergency brake, or to put the emergency brake on, oh, I guess I won't do it because it's in park, but to put it on, you just push the button and then you undo it to turn it off, which is a cool little feature. Oh wait, you know what, there we go, I was doing it wrong. You pull it up, and then to turn it off, press the brake pedal and then do it to turn it off. There you go. I live in the South too, so more than likely you're never gonna really see me use any of this. We own a truck, so nothing will be getting pulled with this vehicle, but if something does need to get pulled with this vehicle, we have that option, right? That's great. It doesn't snow in Florida. If it does, whew, hell is freezing over. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, I'm normally going to keep it on this. We really don't have to use all this other stuff, and I'm never going to travel 14 to 20 hours away just to use all of these features. Wait, no, I don't know. I mean, I could go to Tennessee. It does snow in Tennessee, but I don't know. It's not really up for debate right now. just know that I may never use that, but there are these little features here. So, you know, for the snow, off-roading type stuff, blase, pulling the trailer. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Oh, wait. So let's go up to the climate control. It is extremely dusty. My fault, but it is what it is. We're gonna wipe that off for y'all. Just a little bit. Okay, so I did get this car in all black on the outside. I literally got this car basically the same way I drove my Rogue as far as color. The only thing that's a little bit different is that the inside is charcoal instead of black. So you really can't tell. You probably think it's just like an ashy black, but it's really charcoal. But anyway, so you have the climate control, dual climate control, heated seats. If you get the platinum, I do know you get cooling seats. I thought this car would have come with that, but when I looked at it, it was like, nah, you got to get the platinum, and I don't want to have to wait for a platinum, nor do I really want the platinum. So it is what it is. I do have the heated steering wheel feature. Let me back up on the steering wheel so you guys can see it. It is very similar to an AMG steering wheel. If you ever looked inside of AMG or drove one, then you know that it has that kind of sports feature. I know the newer Rogues also had it, like I want to say in the 2017 and 2018 models, they also had that kind of what, I don't even know what you would call this. It's not completely a circle, but I think it's a pretty cool feature as well. It looks nice, it really does. So something else I wanted to talk to you guys about is the steering wheel, where there is these little features right over here. You have basically an autopilot feature, and if you put this on cruise control, this car will literally drive itself. As long as you keep your hands on the steering wheel, it will slow down. You can help it determine how far back you want it from the car. There's 3 different distances. We keep it obviously at the furthest one, but you can literally let this car drive itself. It will recognize the lines on the road. The only time it will not work is when it is raining. When it's raining, it will literally disable itself and make you drive it. But, you know, not a big issue. But it's a pretty cool feature, especially if you're doing like long trips, taking like road trips. Definitely a pretty cool feature. Is it something I use on a daily? Definitely not. Actually, my husband uses this way more than I do. I don't think it's really necessary, but it is a great feature to have when you're doing road trips. So I can't wait to try that out on the road. And then you have the ability to control your music, the ability to control this portion right here, this little dashboard area. And the really cool thing about this car that I thought was something that I didn't have in my last car, so maybe you guys might have it in like a 2017 or newer, is that this thing tells me about the weather. Like, let's say for instance, if I'm driving on the road and there's a thunderstorm happening, because when Ida hit, honey, it was like tornado 22 miles away from you. I'm like, whoa, what? Or rain, be careful. It's really beneficial to kind of get the weather update going. Let me see if I actually can. There we go. There you go. It's telling you the weather now. So tells you the weather, sports, and all that. And I think all of this is additional, but because I purchased a brand new car, I get some of these features for free for like 6 months to a year. But that's a pretty cool little feature. Even tells you about gas. There's the gas. And then you can customize this. So let's say for instance, if my husband gets in this car and he wants to change the menu up, again, the key, let me grab the key for you guys. The key is connected to you, the user. So however you're gonna set this up, whenever you hop in the car and you're driving, it's gonna pull up your menu, your setup for you. And then that's just regular schmegler climate control stuff. Yeah, so not a big deal. Oh, again, with me controlling the climate in the back of the car, I can turn it on. You guys will hear it cut on in a second because, oh, let me turn it. Oh, wait. I did it wrong. Let me do it right for y'all. There, now I can control it. When that's on, I can control it. So you guys are gonna hear it cut on in a second. It gets really loud. It's kind of like being in a jet. See, you hear it? That's it. It's blowing. It starts getting really loud. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it off for the sake of this video so you guys can hear me. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So let's move on to the back. So from here, I want you guys to be able to see, I wonder why there is stuff on the seat. Like I said, this is a very realistic video. The kid already has stuff on the seats. This one, my daughter sits here. She normally throws milk, well, she threw milk all over the back portion of this, so I had to go and thoroughly clean it out. I think the car was only like 2 weeks old when she did it too, so yeah, it's been a struggle. But I don't know what my son put I don't know what he did over here. So I'm going to get out of the car because I want you guys to see something else that's in the front. There is a storage area under here. I normally keep paper towels, I have hand wipes as well as wipes under here, and then I normally, if there were in here, but I'll normally keep like 10-ounce water bottles back there for the kids. But I think that's great. Like I said, this car has tons and tons of storage, so that was a pretty cool feature as well. We are now in the back of the car. This is the second row, the third row. And as you can see, I have car seats set up here for the little ones. This seat is already dirty. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to wipe it down. It's fine. This is life for me as a mom. But here I'm gonna push this back so you guys can get an idea of how big this area is. What to say? All right, y'all, so I'm going to be doing something different tonight. I removed the car seats. I'm about to wipe the seats down. There was a French fry here. The seat's a little oily, so I'm gonna clean it. And then I'm going to be putting over there, that little black thing over there is my seat protector on the captain seats for my toddlers. But I just wanted to show you guys how big this space is without the car seats in. It is so huge. I'm in here. You guys can see, ignore me, I've been working out. But as you can see, it's a lot of space. And if I want to bring this seat up, I still have a lot of space. It can get pretty big. This is the climate control area for them, but as you can see, it is locked. We also have charging stations back here, and there's also another one back on the third row. My kids see me, so I don't know how well this is going to be. Here is where that middle console will go, but again, we popped it out, which you can pop it out. I will leave a video down below for you to do that if you have this particular car, or even I think Infinity. I think it's similar, to pop those right on out so that your child can have an easy access to walk back. If you don't want to do that, you have a button right here that you can push, but because this is locked into it, it won't do it. It's like a safety feature. Ability to push it, and that is how it comes forward. If you want to keep that center console I was telling you about, and then you just pull this up a little bit, and then you climb back there. There is another button to open it up when you're in the back as well, but we don't use this feature. That's something that you do have the option to use. In fact, I'm gonna leave this up because I want to vacuum the floor and wipe down the seats, but it's a pretty cool feature. But you can hear it activating. Because I have this push back, as you can see, there is no space, but I promise you, if I had these pulled up properly, it would be plenty of space. Like this right here is huge. It's a lot of space in between here. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's a lot of space. We have stuff normally sticking right here, like backpacks, umbrellas, and things like that, which unfortunately is pulled out because like I said, I want to keep this as authentic as possible. But normally she will keep her seat pulled up. We'll keep her seat pulled up. His seat will be further back because he's almost 4. He's kind of a big 4-year-old or a big 3-year-old, and he likes to put his feet up on the chair. So we put this little seat protector. You can get those from Walmart, 10 bucks to do that. Even though there is a stain already on the seat, I'm going to get that cleaned up, and then I'm going to remove these seats because I have seat protectors for the captain seats coming in, so it kind of protects No, it doesn't kind of. It protects the seats from the car seats, in addition to like little kids dropping stuff. So just keep in mind, I have 2 toddlers that sit up here, and it can get pretty messy. So this is the view from the back. Okay, and you do get a little bit of window to see out of on each side. In addition to that, like I said, there's a charging station back here. So let's say we're on a trip, we're traveling, boom, can plug up whatever you want to plug up to charge it up. Cup holders, tons and tons of cup holders. The other ones are in the door. So if you were wondering about that, there's 2 on each side of the door. There's so much I don't want to forget. Obviously this does come down. These do come down. It is set up to safely put 3 car seats back here. These kind of come up. Not kind of, they do come up. You gotta push the buttons to do it. These come up. Just know they do come up. Brand new car. Keep that in mind. It's a brand new car, so I haven't really fiddled too much with all the buttons and stuff like that. And yeah. And then, oh, thank God somebody removed the plastic. There was some plastic down there. And then yeah, that's pretty much how it is for the most part. We use this car a lot. There is a speaker right here too. I want to let you guys know. We use this car a lot. We have vents up here at the top for the climate control, AC and a heater. And then there's also one on this side. Hopefully you guys can see it. There's one down here, but there isn't one on this side. So maybe you have to get the platinum to get the additional one. Is it something that is really a need? Heck no, because my son when my son is back here, he gets really cold really fast, and he's just like, turn it off. I'm gonna go ahead and open her up from the trunk. So trunk space, it's this big. However, you do have the option to put the seats down by pushing that lever, and then you just tuck the head and voila, additional trunk space if needed. And you can do that with both sides. Pull all the way back. In addition to the trunk space, little outlet plug right here. Well, cigarette lighter, whatever you guys want to use it for. And then there is space, storage space underneath. It's pretty deep. Now, something that's different from my Rogue, the spare tire is not in the trunk. It's actually underneath the car, if you can see it. Maybe not. But that is that. You can also, besides closing the trunk, you can also lock the entire car from the back, which I thought was pretty interesting, but for now we're just going to close her. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below and I'll be sure to answer them. And as always, I will see you in the next video.